So if you're competing in the modern creator economy, you know that intuition only gets you so far.
Oh, absolutely. It's not enough anymore.
Right. So imagine for a moment that you could just bypass months, maybe even years of guesswork
Yeah.
and instantly get access to the proprietary data, the specific tactics, and even the secret A/B test results from channels that are just crushing it. We're talking routinely getting over 100 million views per video. Would you take that shortcut?
I mean, that's always been the missing piece of the puzzle, right? Creators, we're all excellent at seeing the final product, the viral video, but the engine underneath it, the
Yeah.
analytics that tell you why a video scaled, that's been completely inaccessible. It's like seeing a Formula One car win a race, but having no idea what kind of engine is under the hood.
Well, that engine is now being dismantled and pretty much displayed for everyone to see. Today, we're doing a deep dive into a centralized platform called Views.com. Think of this as your personalized competitive intelligence briefing. Our mission here is to unpack the specific, game-changing tools, both the free stuff and the advanced pro features that let any creator, and that means you, systematically analyze the mechanics of success on YouTube.
We're really moving beyond just looking at view counts and focusing more on, let's call it extraction. We're extracting the key strategic nuggets that tell you how successful channels are structuring their core strategy, their titles, their whole visual identity.
It's the difference between being a passive observer and an active competitor.
Exactly, an active competitor who's actually leveraging data.
Okay, let's unpack this. I think we should start with the free tools because honestly, right out of the gate, Views.com offers this immediate democratization of analytics. It gives you visibility into data points that were, completely private before.
It starts pretty simply with channel searching. You can type in any channel you want. Let's use the big one, Mr. Beast, and the platform pulls up a specialized analytics overview. But the critical distinction here, and this is really foundational, is how it segments the performance data.
Which is so essential.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
just see a banner that says a channel gets 1 billion views a month, that number it's functionally meaningless without context.
Exactly. The tool immediately lets you see how many of those views are coming from long form versus short form. And this distinction isn't just cosmetic, it basically defines the channel's entire business model.
Right.
1 billion views from YouTube Shorts might imply, super rapid growth, high volume. But those views typically have a much, much lower CPM. The revenue per 1,000 views just isn't there.
Right. Shorts are amazing for getting subscribers, for acquisition, but the long-form videos, that's what drives the higher CPM, stronger audience retention, and, the really meaningful ad revenue and brand deals.
So if you're assessing a competitor, you absolutely have to know if their billion views is monetization-focused long-form traffic or if it's volume-focused short-form acquisition. Being able to see that immediately gives you the true competitive angle on their strategy.
That context alone is just, it's invaluable. But let's move from the overall channel health to the actual mechanics. Let's drill down into a specific video, like that famous ages 1 through 100 decides video.
Okay, yeah. So when you look under the videos tab, the system shifts its focus from the macro channel health to the micro performance of that one asset. You can track the daily viewership curve just for that one video.
And you can see when they change thumbnails.
Crucially, yes, you see indicators showing every single time the creator switched the thumbnail, so you can track the exact life cycle of their A/B testing strategy on that specific upload.
And this brings us to what I think is the most astonishing insight: the internal performance ranking. This changes the game completely.
It absolutely does. This data this was the holy grail. It was accessible only inside the creator's own private creator studio. Now, you can see what any video ranked out of 10 internally. So for that ages 1 through 100 video, in the data we looked at, it ranked 4 out of 10.
Wait, I have to pause on that. 4 out of 10. For a video with hundreds of millions of views, what does a 4 out of 10 tell us strategically that the view count doesn't?
It tells you that relative to that channel's historical potential and its specific niche, that video, it actually underperformed. A 4 out of 10 means the channel owner likely expected it to be, a 7 or an 8. So you're not just seeing a successful video, you're seeing a video that, despite its massive public success, was probably seen as an internal disappointment, or at best, a solid performer.
That's critical. It immediately recalibrates what you think their baseline expectation is. A video you might see as a runaway success because it hit 10 million views might be, for them, a total failure because their average is 50 million. It gives so much context.
Exactly. It informs you about the quality of their idea pipeline and what they think their optimization ceiling is. Now, moving beyond just individual videos, the tool also has these discovery mechanisms that are crucial for, like, mapping out the market. Let's look at the similar channels feature.
So this tool basically scans the channel's titles, their content themes, and it compares it against this giant data set to show you other channels making similar stuff.
And it shifts your competitive analysis from just guesswork to precision. It's useful not just for finding people to collab with, but for identifying these adjacent content gaps. If you see 5 successful channels all covering topic A, but not one is touching topic B, that immediately highlights a potential market opportunity for you.
And what if you're just trying to figure out what's resonating with a broader audience, like right now?
Yeah.
You need those macro trends.
That's the function of the top charts. We've all seen the static lists of most subscribed channels. That's table stakes. The value here is the dynamic, real-time overview. They show you the top 50 most viewed videos, but broken down by time frame. Yesterday, the last 7 days, 28 days, and the last year.
So you're not just seeing success, you're tracking momentum.
Yes.
If a channel suddenly have 3 videos appear in the last 7 days chart, you know they've found a winning formula right now, and you need to figure out why.
Precisely. It allows for a tactical, fast response. If a trend starts to pop off, say, a specific challenge format or something, you see the data validate it in real time. It lets you react while the trend is still peaking.
And for anyone who wants that data just integrated right into their daily viewing, there's the free Chrome extension.
Yeah, the ViewStats Chrome extension is a brilliant piece of active intelligence. It just overlays key data points directly onto any YouTube video you're watching. You see daily viewership, that internal 1 to 10 ranking, a basic channel overview, all without ever having to leave the page.
That fundamentally changes how you consume content, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You stop watching for just entertainment, and you start watching for competitive strategy. You see a viral video, and instantly you know, was this a 10 out of 10 home run, or was it a 6 out of 10 that just caught a good wave?
It turns passive viewing into active learning.
It makes every minute on the platform a potential research moment.
And that pretty much covers the huge amount of strategic data that the platform is, essentially giving away for free.
So the free tools give you the map and the compass for your analysis, but the Pro Suite, which we're moving into now, that provides the heavy machinery.
Yeah.
These are the advanced functions that really shift your workflow from just analysis to active content generation.
And we should probably address the paywall. I mean, these tools aren't cheap to run because they rely on massive computational resources. We're talking about machine learning models to track millions of outliers, sophisticated image recognition. It literally costs millions of dollars to operate.
Which makes sense. So let's start with tool 1, outliers. This is the system that's basically trying to define and codify virality itself. How does it even define an outlier?
An outlier is a video that performs dramatically, exponentially better than the channel's established 90-day average. The example we saw was a channel with, say, 10,000 subscribers. Their videos usually get a few hundred views, but then suddenly one video hits 100,000 views. That's 1,000 times the channel average.
Wow. That scale of performance, it suggests some kind of breakthrough moment. What's the implication you should draw as a creator when you find an outlier like that?
It implies that the channel, either accidentally or on purpose, hit on a really powerful psychological trigger. It wasn't organic channel growth that drove those views. It was the specific combo of the title, thumbnail, or topic that just perfectly leveraged cultural relevance or tapped into some unmet audience desire.
So that video contains a key to virality you can kind of export.
Exactly. But the real power isn't just seeing one, it's the filtering system that lets you synthesize patterns from thousands of them. You can apply these really complex filters, like show me videos with over 1 million views, but only on channels with over 100,000 subs that did at least 10 times better than their average. You're narrowing millions of videos down to just the validated, high-leverage success stories ready for brainstorming.
That structured approach just takes all the guesswork out of what should I make next. It points you right to ideas that have already proven they can break through.
It systematizes the lightning in a bottle moment.
Okay, moving on to tool 2, which tackles that crucial first impression. Thumbnail search.
Yeah, this helps solve the huge bottleneck of, visual conversion. You can start simply by just typing in descriptive text like a person standing next to a tractor, and the system pulls up every thumbnail on YouTube that matches. It's like basic comparison shopping.
But the real strategic advantage is the search by similarity feature.
Oh, absolutely. If you see a competitor's thumbnail that you really admire, You can search based on that image. You just paste in the URL of the video. The system then analyzes the visual style, the camera angle, the colors, the facial expression, and it pulls up other thumbnails that are visually similar and are also performing well.
That's fascinating. But doesn't that create a problem? If the platform makes it this easy to replicate what's working, aren't we just going to end up with a million identical thumbnails of a person standing next to a slightly tilted tractor?
That's the friction point, right? That's what creators have to navigate. The data tells you what converts, but your creative originality has to decide how to introduce a new twist. You use the data to define the boundaries of success, but you still have to find your unique expression within those boundaries.
Right, to avoid just becoming standardized.
Okay.
Which brings us to tool 3, and this is arguably the biggest time and resource saver, the A/B test database.
This is where creators get a massive exponential advantage. Running hundreds of A/B tests costs so much time, and you need a huge audience to even get meaningful data. This tool lets you study every single test being run by other successful YouTubers and immediately apply their findings.
So you completely skip your own proprietary testing phase by learning from the aggregated experience of the entire market. It's basically a cheat code derived from millions of dollars other people spent on data.
Let's look at the examples. The Minecraft creator Preston was testing 3 thumbnail titles, things like Blood Blaze versus Forgotten Son. The data shows him which naming convention, the emotional, thematic one or the specific, mysterious one, drives more clicks. That's a lesson you didn't have to pay for.
Or that airline video example. Ryan Trian tested 3 different thumbnails for his video about trying every seat on a plane, and the one pitting economy versus first class won decisively.
And here is the really crucial strategic insight from that. Ryan had made a similar video a year earlier, and the same underlying concept, pitting the high status against the low status experience, had won then too. If he had accessed this database, he could have just looked up the previous test and saved himself the time and effort.
He was testing a concept that was already a proven market winner.
Exactly. It accelerates the learning curve like crazy. The database teaches you not just what won, but the underlying psychological principle that drives the win.
So you build a library of principles, not just assets.
Precisely.
Okay, moving on. Tool 4 is alerts. This seems to be about maintaining awareness without having to live on YouTube 24/7.
It's the ultimate efficiency tool for monitoring your niche. You set up these highly specific custom alerts. For example, you can tell it, alert me when a title contains I built, the views are over 1 million, and the video is long form, not a short.
And then the system just proactively notifies you when a video meets that exact threshold.
Yeah, and the huge benefit there is staying current. If a new trend starts capturing attention in your vertical, you get a real-time notification. It ensures you don't miss the start of a key trend cycle, and you don't have to spend your whole day manually checking on your competition.
And finally, tool 5, which kind of ties this all together, collection.
Collection is where the synthesis happens. All the valuable data you uncover with the other pro tools, your best outlier ideas, the results from your alerts, the winning thumbnail concepts, you can store and organize it all in one designated spot.
So if you're a creator focused on, extreme travel, you can have a luxury travel collection with all those validated data points just sitting there ready to inform your next 6 months of video planning.
It transforms content creation from this chaotic, intuitive scramble into a systematic, data-driven campaign. You move beyond just hoping your gut feeling is right and into leveraging comprehensive data to optimize every single touch point.
This shift is it's profound. And the plan is to launch over a dozen tools for the pro service in the next year, so this is only going to get deeper.
And if we connect this back to the bigger picture, this is a massive democratization of performance intelligence. The secrets to virality, the principles of good titles, A/B test results, outlier traits, they're now accessible to anyone willing to invest in the data.
So what does this all mean for the creative ecosystem? We've seen the benefits, but if the key mechanisms for success are democratized and codified like this, what happens when every creator starts using the same data-backed formulas?
That's the most important question, isn't it? Does this democratization of high-level data lead to a higher quality of content overall, as the whole industry is forced to stick to proven best practices? Or does it just create a feedback loop that leads to increased competitive standardization, where every successful title and thumbnail starts to look identical?
I suppose the challenge for every creator using these tools is using the data as a foundation, a starting point.
Right.
But never letting it replace that genuine, unique creative spark.
That's it. It's a tool to inform originality, not replace it.